Hello everyone, welcome to the very first video on NoLogicNoTrade. I am super excited to kick things off, and today we'll be diving into something that's been buzzing lately, the Nifty Pharma Index. Let's break it down, chart it out and see what's really going on. So before we continue, let's take a look at the Nifty Pharma Index chart and see how it is behaving for past few days. So here is the Nifty Pharma Index chart. If we take a look at the last closing of it gained 0.81%. Let's move for a bigger time frame, weekly. For the past week it gained around 2.08%, and if we take a look at the monthly time frame for the Nifty Pharma Index, we see there is a continuous uptrend. So for the last month it gained it's a cumulative gain of around 3%, 3.5%. We can take a quick measurement. So it's around 4%. And for the past 3 months, it's also on rise, and it has gained around 9%. So we see there is a continuous uptrend in the Nifty Pharma Index throughout the time frames, be it monthly, weekly, or daily. So what's going on here? What could be the possible reason? We know there has been continuous updates or news around Indo-US trade negotiations, and if we take a look at the export data from the pharmaceutical industries, there is a continuous rise in the exports from Indian pharmaceutical industry. So the expectations from this trade negotiations are, if these are finalized, this will give you a big boost to the pharmaceutical industry, and that's probably the reason why there has been continuous upsides in the Nifty Pharma Index. Additionally, there is a monsoon season in India, and which will be followed by the winters, both of which typically lead to a spike in the seasonal illness, and that means there is a higher demand for the preventive as well as the treatment drugs, which will directly benefit the pharma companies. So market is anticipating that the results from the pharma industry would be good. The demands will be higher. As such, IMD department has already stated that India will receive a good monsoon. So we cannot rule out the possibility of seasonal illnesses. So yeah, could be a reason. Now let's take a look at on the pharma index on a technical viewpoint. So if we take a look at it, it has been taking support for past few days here, and then once it started jumping, it's in continuous uptrend. Again, it has clearly broken a quite good resistance from this point onwards on a daily time frame, and it sustained it. Let's see how it does in the next week, but from now it is looking promising, and we might find a good trading opportunity for next few months. Maybe if it goes well, very immediate target could be this level. These are very much basic support and resistance lines, nothing fascinating. And then yeah, we can also see a high level target of 23,563 maybe in few months from now. So that's most of it. I think nothing else to say. Personally, I think the sector is already showing signs of reversal, and it should move upwards. And a quick declaration, I am not a SEBI registered analyst. This is not a financial advice, and I certainly don't like to give stock tips. So this is just for educational purpose. Please do your own research before taking any trades. Certainly there has to be a reason, there has to be a logic behind the trade, and if there is no logic, there is absolutely no trade. Please take care. Thanks. Bye. Enjoy your day.